because of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This one taken from the 7th. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A 93-yard kickoff return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The point after through the raindrop. Have a nothing game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Ready? I'm going to come back. 20. I'm going to come back to you. Shit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I'm coming after you. Hey! Let's go.
Now Newton. And incomplete to open things up.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
First down and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, 185. 59. We own it. We own it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
What now?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Monday, down. 61, match box, lights.
On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
8. 56.
To throw again. Newton. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Play action. Now it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
6'6", pull it high. Slam.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now Carr completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, 7:34. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Yo. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 50.
From the gun, it's Carr. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On play action, now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Off play action. Carr. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian McCaffrey. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
And had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Carr now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corker.
Carr going to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Sproles, 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They fake the give. Newton. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Great. That's it. Come on, boys. 56. Check 56. Time to go.
To the air again. Newton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Newton on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And they move this all the way down to the 9. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You think you're going to get this? You think you're going to get this? Check nine. Purdue. Switch.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Newton. On the left side, Gallup's got it. A very solid gain of 27. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Cam Newton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Carr now to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On 1st down, Newton. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready? Ready? Check 55, Mike. Gun, gun. Shift, shift. Gun, gun, gun. Hayward. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Out of the gun, Newton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
General West.
McCaffrey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Carr forced out to his left. Oh, he stays up, breaks a tackle. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we're...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Coming off the pick 6, it's Newton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On play action, now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
But I like
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Here we go again.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Got to do better.
At the 13-yard line.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Under 10, 10.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They snap it to Newton. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.